Dawson Rider Reviews. Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Gokai Red from Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. Very excited to have this figure. Gokai Red's one of my favorite Sentai characters from one of my favorite Sentai, and I'm very excited for Sentai Figuarts. So let's go ahead and stop my babbling and take a look at this cool packaging. So it set itself apart from the Shinkenger packaging, and it is very cool. The front here is obviously clear. It says Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger Gokai Red, Figuarts description, and then we got a cool picture of the figure doing a pose on the front. And then it says Gokai Red here, and it's all in this shiny red and gold surrounding it. Gokaiger logo back here, right here. The side here just white and with a name. And on this side we have a picture of him. Gokaiger symbol all done in gold. It says his name again in red. Description in gold. It's actually quite hard to read in person. And then we got all these cool like map effects back here. And on the back it shows all these really cool poses you can get him into. And the accessories that he comes with. And overall it's just a really neat box. Like, I especially appreciate this like treasure map design back here. So, let's see what he comes with. I'm gonna get the boring part out of the way first. I got the hands over in this tray because I didn't feel like pulling them all out. You've got kind of relaxed, maybe piloting the Gokai hand. Stop. There we go. And then you have the fist that he comes with, and I already have them switched out for one holding the sword and one holding the gun hand. You've got this pointing fist here, or hand. And just to show you, these are actually kind of slippery. So here's one for holding the sword. I already switched them out. And then you got one here. So basically just a bunch of holding the sword and gun hands, and such, you know, all the standard stuff. I don't want to bore you with that. You know what kind of hands he's going to come with. Now here is the cool stuff. So we've got one Gokai Saber, which is very well done, if I may say so. Like, the details on this are just fantastic. I just love it. It's actually longer than the deluxe version. And it's got this working piece here, just come out for the keys. And you can actually switch it out here with this cool piece here, which actually has a key in it. I mean, it's like a silver key and it's all painted over, but that's fine. So you're going to want to pull at it. You might feel like it's really hard at first to do, and you worry about breaking it, but it'll be just fine, don't worry about it. So, and then you stick it in there, and you pull it out with my finger. I heard it snap. You heard it snap too. There we go. So then you can pull it in and out like that. Really cool, so you can do final wave. Really nice attention to detail there. I really appreciate that. Come on. I hate to do this in the middle of the review. Okay. And then we have the Gokai gun. Again, very well done. The paint and details look great. Really cool. Even got the button down here painted. And there's even like a hole here for the barrel, which is really cool. This also rises up. Really cool. Let's go ahead and show you. Switch it out. Right here. Got another piece just like this. Oops. There you go. Switching out action. Very cool. Final wave. So that's really cool that they let you do that. It's just such a nice touch. There we go. That should be secure. Okay. Now we have a small Mobiritz. Once again, very well painted. As you can see, there's a little bit excess plastic coming off mine. But very nicely done. There's even a hole here, which I'll show you what it's for in a minute. It doesn't fold or anything. But very nice. It does not, unfortunately, include a closed Mobiritz. Like, I hate to get nitpicky like that, but they included everything else. So, and then you get a very tiny Gokai Red Ranger key, which is surprisingly well detailed. This is in Ranger mode, obviously. And then you get key mode, which is only half of a key, but it's still nicely done. And you can actually put it in the Mobiritz. You can't really turn it or anything, and you actually have to put it in the right way, unlike me. But that's very cool. I really enjoy that. And then you have these crossed arms for him. The first time we've seen this was actually with Piccolo. So will this go the same way? I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned and find out. So, I'll get to this in a second, but let's get to the main event here. Gokai Red, very, very cool. Captain Marvelous is a boss. So we start with the helmet. It looks pretty nice. It's nice and glossy, just like the previous Sentai Figuart releases. It looks really good. The visor looks good. Everything looks good. There is like some slight nitpicks I have with the head. I feel like these should be a little taller, and I just feel that the helmet should be a little bit wider, but that's just getting really nitpicky. Otherwise, it looks fine. And then you've got his main like chest area here, which looks really good with the collar. Looks very nice. You still see the line here, but it's a lot more seamless than the Shinkenger one for some reason. Check out the back. Got some closed details and some tramp stamps. And then you've got his arms here, which, first of all, there's no color discrepancy as there was with Shinken Red, which I really appreciate, and it just looks a lot more fluid, so it appears that they're getting better and better at this as they go along. Well, it keeps focusing on that Gokai Red box back there, sorry about that. But other than that, very nice. Nice belt here. And then you've got like these kind of rubbery things here for where the suit extends down. His legs are just like black, as you can see. But the details on him, he looks really nice. I don't want to say it's me being biased, but for some reason he just looks more fluid than Shinken Red. He just kind of does. So articulation-wise, nice joint here. Got a joint down at the neck and a ball joint on the head. 360 swiveling. 360 ball joint here. Swiveling. Double elbow joint. Swiveling here. Swiveling at the chest and waist. 360 joint here. Swiveling. Double knee joint. Swiveling. Toe action. Standard Figuarts articulation, which means very well articulated. So, what I'm going to do now is show you how to switch to the crossed arms. So if you see here, there's a line here. Just pull his arms right off. The peg joint is actually really nicely done. You know, I might have to move that Gokai Red box if it keeps focusing. So I'm going to angle the arms a little bit. And it's going to take some maneuvering. Let me make sure I get it right. So then just place them on, start with one, and don't mess up like I did. Sorry about this. So the Piccolo ones were not very successful, so you'll see how this goes. And then we're just going to angle the other one. And this always goes so much less well, or so much worse when you're on camera. But, I'm going to go ahead and say right now that it is a lot more successful than Piccolo. Like, without wasting your time too much in maneuvering this to get perfect, you can see how cool that looks. I can maneuver it a bit better, and these do go all the way in. I'm just kind of trying not to waste your time. But with the Piccolo ones, they had a really hard time staying in, largely because of the cape. And they didn't look as seamless when they could. And because of the gimmick with Piccolo, when I would remove these and then put the others back, his other arms would frequently fall off when I would be posing him. So this guy doesn't have that problem. Once I take these off and put his old arms back on, he's just fine. And I haven't had no problems with his arms coming off. Like previously with like Piccolo, I'd be like, let's get him in a pose, and then this would just pop right off. So they did a really good job with that, and I'm glad they took their time into making sure that looked good. So just because I have it ready, because this is my pose before, I'm going to put the sword in his hand, so he can look like a badass. And then, of course, the gun, because I got the gun hand here, which loops around. So, very cool. So he can stand here for a minute looking like a badass. So, if you got the first release of Gokai Red, you get the Gokai Darin, lols. Anyway, this is like the captain ship wheel from the Gokaio, and they have a display with all of these for all the Gokaigers, which is really cool. So, just a basic black box. You got the cool like treasure map design on it, which is neat, but there's nothing too spectacular about it. Here is what is cool, which is it itself, which looks really nice. The paint is beautiful on it. Nice red, black and gold, looks great. Got the silver here. It looks really realistic, and it's a really cool prop. And then of course you got the wheel here, which actually spins. This comes as two separate pieces, easy to assemble. Now I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you guys. Don't like trash me or anything. It comes with this piece. I have absolutely no idea what it's for. It appears to be the same shape as this, but I could just be stretching, and does nothing with this, as far as I can tell. So, if somebody knows, please leave in the comments. Don't trash me too much about it. I'm sorry, I have no idea what it does, and it's of no use to me. It's just a hockey puck. Maybe I'll play hockey later, if I'm Canadian. Anyway, I said if I'm Canadian, not I'm Canadian. Anyway, so, a very, very cool accessory. You can have him, like, chilling out like, bitch, I am off duty, you steer the ship, aim. Make me a sandwich, bitch, I am too busy. So, very cool. Overall, I may be a little biased because of my favoritism of the character. I think he's my favorite Sentai Figuart so far. I really like it, the way he looks. The joints are more seamless. All the accessories have a lot of playability, and he comes with this cool wheel. And I really enjoy him. So if you're a fan of Gokaiger, I highly, highly recommend it. I think he's a great figure, and he belongs in your collection. And I'm very much looking forward to the release of the rest of the Gokaigers. So anyway, that is about it. Until next time, make sure you check out WritersRangersandRambles.com for Toku news in the craziest way possible. Of course, while you're there, check out the Ramblers to discuss Gokaiger or anything else Toku or nerd related. And of course, check out the crazy podcast that started it all. So until next time, it's Dawson Ryder, signing out.